What's up, Zig?
Trying to test it right now. See if YouTube is gonna let me get my live off. They haven't been showing me a lot of love the last couple of weeks, man. I'm gonna guess that y'all out there, cause usually y'all are, and just my program is not working. If y'all noticed today, I picked a topic. I just put soda pop to see if maybe YouTube will let this one slip through the cracks. Because the reason why I think it's them is because they not just kicking me off. They kicking the people that's watching the videos off. I got a couple of people telling me that they keep getting kicked off. Let me break out the computer and see if I can see our comments. I'm hoping Asiatic mathematics is in there, because he inspired a little topic, which Asiatic mathematics usually does that. Let me hook this up.
What's up, Z?
Now, we see what is going on. Also, man, I want to say peace to the young guys. The guy Rasul out there in Philly that I went to his memorial, and the guy Janal yesterday that I went to his memorial. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the guys. Let's keep them in mind and not let them die. As soon as this come up right here, and I see if Asiatic mathematics is in there, and then we can discuss a little. Like I said, we don't want to overcomplicate things. You know what I mean? We don't want to be explaining something and the explanation is more complex than what we was explaining. You know, sometimes you gotta realize that the shortest distance between 2 points is straight line. Lights. Camera action. What's going on with my connection, man? All right, yeah, some viewers in here. Let me see who's here. Who's in the building? All right, yeah, we got Jasim, Smell Goods, Urban Gorilla. We got Wise. Now, you know what it is? Because I was looking at it on my phone. So on my phone, the comments is supposed to come up, but they don't always come up. So then I had to open the computer to see what's going on. We're looking, where's Asiatic Mathematics? He just commented. But yeah, last night, man, I ended up, I got tired of restarting the live, man. It started getting out of hand. Yeah, I gotta get I gotta set the speakers up, man, so I get my intros going. I got a lot of good stuff too. I got some new stuff that actually I got some stuff I just did today. I don't think I seen that. But what I did do though is I taped the rest of the class, but it's just it wasn't live, so I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna post that later on the. Yeah, it just went. I noticed that too. It went off and then it came back. Yeah, see, that's YouTube playing games. We just talking about soda pop. I don't know why they getting all hype. We just talking about soda. So yeah, you know, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, ginger ale. Y'all could let these kind words through. Jigga 1017 was one. Yeah, I noticed that when you go out in the Midwest, they say pop. And now on the East Coast, generally we say soda. Or if you got those like older people might say soda water. Victorious. Urban Gorilla said grape. Yeah, I used to like grape soda. Not huge on soda, but when I do drink it, it's generally for the caffeine. So I just drink like Coca-Cola or something. Jason, so I'm about to get a sponsorship. Yeah, they need to hurry up. All on the business at Hanson Apple Soda. Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. Green apple. Oh yeah, I have seen Hanson's before, but I never really paid attention. Pure sugar cane. Yeah, I try it out. See, that's one of them type of sodas where you gotta be in a particular neighborhood. Out here, at least, you gotta be in a particular neighborhood where they got that. Like, you're not gonna see that next to the tropical fantasy. Where is yeah, see, he said in New York he hated sneakers. In the South he hated tennis shoes. is gym shoes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sneakers, man. I always wanted that too. Why some people would say tennis shoes? Because I mean, I never wore them to play tennis. I never understood. All on the business said you gotta travel to the burbs. Nah, in New York, you just gotta go. You know, like right now I'm in Harlem. You can go to the Whole Foods, they'll have it. But if you go to the bodega, they probably ain't gonna have it. You know, but like once you get down, you know, 96, 86, down in that type of area. Rock Creek Fruit Punch. I don't think I know Rock Creek Fruit Punch. A lot of love, peace. Reebok Classic tennis shoes. Reebok, I thought, nah, those are running shoes. Those are like for jogging. All in the business that all the Whole Foods is outside the hood and level up. See, out here, the way the gentrification is going. So, you know, it's certain hoods that was, you know, formerly the hood, but now they got enough clientele here to open in Harlem. Allah said the man with the most interesting titles to his lives. Yeah, I had to switch up because YouTube has been sabotaging me. You know, they kicked me off. They kicked the subscribers off. So yeah, I gotta tone it down. We just talking about soda. Well, I said in the West we just call them shoes. Ah man, shoes is like gators and stuff, man. Got your lizards and all that on. Then that's shoes. All on the business says supreme clientele. Yeah. Not things out here is changing over like that. Tell the truth, Whole Foods was a store I didn't really think they was gonna come to New York. Like in New York, we used to have our own stores that when you went other places, you didn't see them. State of the art of the state. Moon Mist, is that another type of soda? In the West, we call them kicks too. Yeah, we say kicks out here, definitely. Musa D, a lot of love, say Mr. Class. Yeah, I had started a little bit late. But and then the lives was like I said, YouTube has been killing me on the live. So, you know, we got some nice clips on there, but yeah, we missed some of it. Wegmans, yeah, I seen Wegmans, but that's not a New York store, not New York City. Victoria said kicks or jumpers or J's. I mean, we should say J's when the Dr. J's was out, but I don't really recall saying jumpers. All of the business said they only shoes if they not name brand. Oh man. Soldiers are Reebok Classic. Sim said, what was that joint that was like Mountain Dew with coffee in it? Yeah, I don't think I drank that. Listen, Cortez or Cortez, you're not gonna say nice new shoes. You're gonna say those are some fresh Cortez. I mean, see, I'm from the sneaker generation. So to me, they are shoes. Just like to people that's from the shoe generation, there's no name brand shoes. There's no name brand sneakers. Sneakers is for working or something. It ain't. Yeah, Timbs. We should say Timbs. All on the business said J's are Jordans. See that shows a generational. That's a generational difference right there. J's are Jordans. It's only one J. That's the good doctor. Why? Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to go back to the pre-recorded videos. I like the lives better because, you know what I'm saying, it's more interactive. And, see, for me, most of the time when I say what I gotta say, it's quick. I'm not probably gonna speak, I don't have speeches. I say we have Four Locals. Yeah, they outlawed Four Locals. To my knowledge, it might they outlawed it and it came back somehow. But yeah, Four Locals was that was on another level. I don't even know what Four Locals was. Musi D said, "Amp is the Mountain Dew." I haven't seen it. All in the business said, if you got some 11s on, we not gonna say nice J's. We gonna say nice 11. Yeah, that's what that's how I seen people referring to, Doctor. I mean, that's how I seen people referring to Jordans. Jordan, he got in a different kind of category, and people that kind of grew up in the 90s or something, they like religious with Jordans. Well, I'm not. So, me, I'm going to just say nice Jordans because I don't know which number they are. Like, if they not the first three, like they not the original Dunks, they not the Iguanas, then I probably don't know. All in the business says stay young, son. He Kareem got Jansport Posse coming in the building. Got state of the art in here, and he Kareem. We need God Cypher Divine. All in the business say you got Dr. J, we got MJ. Who? Michael Jackson? Listen, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop it. Yeah, listen. He said Four Locals was the Four Devils. Queen Divine Zia. Crack Juice. The Crack Juice was the, what was that? Cisco. Cisco was the Crack Juice. See, the thing about that Four Locals is I used to know people that was alcoholic. I know people that's alcoholic, that drink all day, right? And they could drink one Four Loco and be good. Like when I seen people that it's like, yo, say you is straight. Like this person, every time you see them, they got a bottle on them. And then it's like, nah, I'm trading all that for the Four Locos. I was like, yeah, that's serious. 10 years ago, everybody was drinking Four Locos. I never drank Four Locos. Like I said, the people that I seen dealing with it, And they was people that's like you didn't really see them drinking beer. They drank the hard stuff. People that drink like Georgie all day long, like people that drink like a fifth of Georgie a day. Drink like 3 or 4 Locos, man. So I was like, yeah, nah, it's not for me. Plus, let me tell you something. For me, the last days of the 40s, I stopped dealing with the crazy stuff. Like after the St. Eyes and the Crazy Horse and all those type of stuff like that start coming out, it was like, yeah, they definitely trying to bring the craziness out of people. That's when I start seeing that that kind of stuff ain't for me. Josh Sim said 4 Loko was a cheap and tasty way to get twisted drinking mouthwash. I guess. Alan Overton had the questions and answers. Who's Alan Overton? Oh, Allen Iverson. Yeah, well, see, AI, that's still, I still was AI came out in what, 96, 97 when he came up. Lucy D said 4 Loko is like a fruit punch soda on steroids. Orange Crush versus Orange Fanta. I think I gotta go with the Fanta. I used to like those off brands like that, like Fanta and RC. RC used to be my joint, man, and they went out of business or something. I'm talking too much now. Oh yeah, the first 3 Jordans is the only ones that I'm gonna know. When I see them, I know those are the first 3. But once you get out to 8s and 11s and all that, I don't know none of that. Yeah, my JanSport posse. I mean, I used to have JanSport book bags. JanSport book bags was the standard, really, until probably the North Face book bags started coming out. JanSports was the standards. That you could have a JanSport book bag for years. But I never walked around with the strings like jewelry though. That's the part that bugged me out. Joe Self, I need to check on your order, Joe Self. Queen Devon Zia, what you know about Cisco? Oh yeah, that's right. You from what's that block over there? You from Washington. I've never really seen too much girls drinking Cisco though in general. Jigga said, have I ever dipped Wonder Bread in Pepsi, Coke, or RC Cola? I would think I had to have done that, but I don't recall. I don't recall what all in the business says Cisco makes you disco. And Cisco make you want to fight. Cisco versus Mad Dog 2020. Well, if you going somewhere to rumble, I would say the Cisco. But that Mad Dog, only serious drinkers stick with the Mad Dog. Joe Self said Four Loko is liquor and Red Bull type drink. Yeah, I keep getting these alerts on my phone, man, about this. Everybody getting sick right now. I guess I don't know. It really ain't that much people getting sick, but I'm not what you call that? The people that go around and measure sickness. So all in the business says Cisco is more comparable to Thunderbird. What do you mean, like in taste? Probably. But to me, Mad Dog and Thunderbird is a little bit more. Yeah, I never drank a Four Loko either. All of the business. I don't even know what it's about. God Ja Light. God Ja Light is I'm costing you piece to the family right there. Mushadiq said no Four Loko, straight up low budget. Yeah, alright, listen. Queen Devonzia said, and the best fashionable forgotten kicks of all time, lottos. You gotta be over 40 to know about those. There's a couple of joints, What about Elise? Last time we seen some Elise. Those was around in those days. Spot Builts. Remember Spot Builts? I remember a couple of jump offs from back in the days that once Nike really took off, they kind of just knocked certain people out the box. I remember when Felines was popping. Dudes would come out with a whole Feli uniform on. Suit, sneakers, the visor, wristbands. Why I said when you drink Four Loko, you can feel the poison going down. Joe Self said malt liquor made from chitlins. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That malt liquor, like the last days of the 40s when they just started going too in the St. Ives and the Crazy Horse and all this stuff. It was like, that's when I seen that, this malt liquor stuff is not good, man. Because, I started with Old English. That probably was, you know what I'm saying? But by the end, it was like, this is, I don't want no more of this. Kareem says, someone told me once they ran out of gas and got their car to run off Old Gold. I don't know if it was that bad, but
Could be that strong.
maybe Crazy Horse though. A lot of love said Nutcrackers and Four Locos. Nutcrackers was good for the first beginning, man, and then they just started just going too hard with the Everclear and just all type of stuff. Like at first it was alright, man, but people ain't got no pride in their formula no more. You know what I'm saying? The first people that came out, they had a kind of pride. Jalai said it's the sugar in those drinks that had brothers. What you mean that kept them coming back to it? Jiggy 1017 said OE versus St. Ives versus Red Bull versus Crazy Horse versus Power Master. The only one you could probably get me to drink right now. Yeah, nah, I ain't not. But yeah, we should deal with the Red Bull. We should deal with the Red Bull. Power Master, I never really dealt with Power Master. I mostly seen Power Master outside of New York. But I mean, in terms of which one gets you the craziest, like you gotta remember, Red the Bull. That's from the '70s. It was, you know what I'm saying. That was like the beginning of it. They wasn't really. By the time you got out to St. Ives and Crazy Horse, though, man, like the guy said, man, you can feel the poison going down. Okay, so now, state of the art wants to tell me that he gets knowledge from 11 and the 12 Jews, which is peace being the foundation of self. That born letter, what he says here? Oh man, y'all talking about Theodorus down here, y'all. I'm running my mouth too much. Let me catch up. Let me catch up here. I don't know if, let me see. That born letter, I, show that you are clear in being born and adding to a cipher with wisdom. How the born letter got into it? And see, the 12 Jews is not one of our lessons. So you saying that you get knowledge from there, I mean, you know, why you didn't get it from the Jordan 11s? Like, we just picking numbers out from just anything. Why you ain't get it from the Constitution, the 11th Amendment? Tang. Never really liked Tang. Never really liked Tang. I'm more of a Kool-Aid guy. John Light said he remembered the RC Cola too. Joseph said the best grape soda back in the day was Old Colony. I don't think I ever seen Old Colony. Old Colony, and I don't know that one. RP Reese said, y'all really crazy about Tim's, like everyone portrays New York as to be. I mean, there's not too many famous brands of boots out there. You know, I ain't really, you know, I don't know if you could say people are crazy about them, but
it's 1 o'clock.
Tim's came around at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like before that, we used to wear like steel toe boots and oh man, what happened here? We used to wear those steel toe boots, and it was a minute that it was another brand out called North Lakes. Like real quick. And then Timberland came out. I mean, they didn't come out, they have been around, but when people started rocking the Chuckers, and then you know, they was stylish. You know what I'm saying? Boots before that was just kinda boots was like they was just utility. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know, you wore your boots when it was snowing. But like I said, I'm from the sneaker generation where, you know, we going to play basketball every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, we got to make moves. We're not trying to be out there with, you know, gaiters on and none of that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, Tim's came up. I don't know if you could really say people is crazy about them. Sunny D tastes like chalk dust from Black Boy Erasers. Yeah, I hated Sunny D too. And the bad thing about that is my mother loved Sunny D. So she would get it, but we always had a little, you gotta get that Tropicana for me. All on the Business said Four Loko is like a fruity flavored OE. Nah, it's not like OE. It's definitely not like OE. Oh, Joe Self, you Jam Sport Posse too? I ain't know Joe Self was Jam Sport Posse. Say he still got his strings. But you got them in a box like people keep their old jewelry? All on the Business said you didn't know the patent leather joints are the 11s. Nah, I just thought they was the patent leather joints. All in the Business said I seen Sherm heads drinking Cisco. Yeah, I mean Cisco. Why said his drink was red rum and Coke. Joseph said vitamin C and raw garlic will keep you right. What do you mean? Keep you from getting sick? But that, I mean, I ain't really worried about it myself, man. You know, see, the news is big business. And right now, that story is something that people is responding to. But the fact of the matter is, look, I live in New York. So every disease done tripped through here, son. Like, we got people coming from everywhere. It's not like, you know, when you in a small town somewhere and you thinking, yo, you could lock this off. Like, nah, son, whatever's popping, it's already here. So, you know. Jigga 1017 said Luke had a joint about Cisco on his first solo album, Away from Two Live Crew. Nah, I ain't hear that one. Moosey D said Thunderbird is wine. Some very powerful wine. You know, Thunderbird is out there at the limit of whatever is the percent that wine is supposed to be. Your Wild Irish Rose. That's one of the starter wines right there. You know what we used to mess with too? We got that from the older guys, the Manischewitz. You had the cream white and the Great Concord or something. New Black World Order says Cisco make you take the pistol to the disco. Now that I agree with. Joe So said I knew I wasn't drinking Four Loko when I seen the fiends grabbing like 4-5 cans. I was like, whoa, absolutely. White port? I ain't never heard of white port. Jiggy 1017 said, what's the word? Thunderbird. One for the price of 44 twice. Jah Light is powerful monologue from Ruler Cypher C. Ruler Cypher C. See if I can figure that one. Figure that one out. See, off the top of my head, he from Far Rock. Ruler Cypher C. All in the Business said, word is born, nobody in my hood is sick. firstborn. Nobody in my hood is sick of coronavirus, as far as I know. Fears the sickness being spread. Yeah, I mean, but you know, they got it's people. They say they up in Westchester or something. You know, I haven't seen them personally myself. Yeah, Queen Devonzia brought up the Deodoras, all in the business. Brought up Keds. Joseph said he still wears the Pro Keds. Yo, what about ponies? Y'all remember when ponies was still popping? New Black World Order brought up the Deodoras. Yeah, Dame did buy Pro Keds. I don't know if he still got it. All in the business said my old Earth had some Keds and I had some LA Gear joints that lit up. Now that was one thing that never really popped off, at least in New York, was the LA Gears. You know, I think one thing was that, you know, it was still at that time and, you know, they had LA on it. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing was there was these stories that kept coming on the news of people that was getting caught by the cops because they had they LA Gear lights on. Like the first dude, he ran and got away. He was hiding in the bushes, and the police seen him because his lights was flashing. So that kind of turned us off. State of Art said Feli is Bed-Stuy-ish. You mean Bed-Stuy? Nah, Feli was the whole New York. Yeah, Fubu was much later though. Fubu, that's in the 90s. Grand Hills, yeah, I don't remember Grand Hill sneakers, but he had Feli's. New Black World Order said Feli is Alif backwards. Yeah, what's Alif? Barbara Walters did a special on malt liquor. Jiggy 1017 said Deodoras, Bally's, Van Grack, Lecoq Sportif. Yeah, we never really rocked the Lecoq Sportif kicks like that, but the suits was dope. The suits was popping. I seen somebody with a what kind of suit? They had a Sergio Tedicini suit on the other day. I ain't see that in a long time. But Bally's, yeah. Oh, New Black World Order said the first Arabic abjad, and All in the Business said Alif is the first letter of the Arabic letter system. So I'm assuming that abjad means alphabet. So said you had to go to Washington Heights for the real nutcracker. Really, the way I recall it was Harlem. Like Harlem kind of started that and it spread out. Knowledge Born. Yeah, I had to come back on. It's so far, that's what it is. So from now on, these are the type of titles y'all gotta look for. See what I'm saying? When we say favorite soda, something like that. And then see we gotta ease the knowledge in the mix now because they letting this go through. They letting this go through all type of stuff that happened, and they ain't interrupt this one. But see, my other titles when I was coming, they was shredding me. Oh, let me catch back up, man. I keep stopping to talk. All right. Knowledge of Allah said the malt liquors are poison. Like, how do you kick out alcohol at a high volume? He Korea, so all my down south people know about that ice house. Yeah, I seen ice house down there. I don't. Yeah, I did hear something about this Jigga 1017. The cats who made Power Master created Arizona. I did hear something about that. I never really looked into it. Joseph said, am I the only one that high fructose corn syrup makes me spit? Yeah, high fructose corn syrup, it like that syrup sometimes could like build up or something and you gotta spit it out. I know what you mean. Well, if that's what you mean. Like some drinks is almost like too sweet. The syrup is too thick in there or something. Now July brought up the British Knights. Got about the BKs. British Knights had like a they ran I mean they did their thing, but not like Bally's. The British Knights was popping. On the business said no tang. It's like Ovaltine to milk. Yeah, I never even tried the Ovaltine. When I saw Ovaltine, I thought it was some kind of laxative or something. And like the people that I used to see drinking it, I just never thought that Ovaltine was for me. Joe Self said the Old Colony brand was a purple label with a white silhouette of a Dutchman. Nah, I don't recall that. Red Wing I know about. I don't know about Danner. Jasim said Red Wing and Danner makes good boots. Najala said no Lugs boots, no knockoffs. Yeah, Lugs, they was stylish, but they just was cheaply made. Yeah, Rockfords. See, now you going into, that's the shoes. Jalai said the truth can only be seen through one's ways and actions. This is how those will acknowledge God by his ways and actions, and his actions is founded. The foundation of his actions is words, and his words shall never fail him. Joseph said before Tim's we had insulated boots, but they wasn't waterproof. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The boots that we was wearing back then, they wasn't really for style. They just was. Jigga 1017 said Jingle boots and BK boots. I don't know those two. Joseph benching Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex, they don't really make boots with Gore-Tex like that no more. They got some other cheap material that they replaced it with. New Black World Order. How could we forget Clarks? How could we forget the Clarks New Black World Order? Now those was the joints, the Clarks. State of the art brought up the 20 belows. Joseph said I still like polo boots a lot. Yeah, the polo boots was popping. Jai Light brought up the high techs. The high techs was out. Not a whole lot of people was dealing with them. The high techs got taken out by those solo boots. I mean, the solos, I haven't seen them in a minute. But they was like some straight Mount Everest hiking boots. Divine Truth, peace. State of the art say he got some Clarks right now. business said, I did a roofing job in the rain wearing clogs. Slip resistant and waterproof. Najala brought up the wallabies. The cream wallabies. Smell Good said, get at me for the Supreme gear and exclusive sneakers. NyQuil and the Wild Irish Rose. See, that's y'all younger generation. Y'all experiment with things that my generation don't experiment. You know, I never understood this whole, cough syrup and Joseph said Thunderbird is a jailhouse punch with a bottle and label. Man, y'all brothers, Boar's Head wine, H&M Frost. Never heard that one. Boar's Head wine. Y'all going in right now on the clocks. Oh, Rochester is what you said? Rule site receipt? All right, Rochester. Yeah, I know about up there. New Black World Order said, I haven't had a drink in 28 years. Yeah, if you was drinking some of that stuff you was talking about, you don't need no more drinks. You drinking, what was that you said? NyQuil and Wild Irish Rose. Yeah, you need to stop. Smell Good said, Wild Irish Rose and Mad Dog 2020. I learned my lesson at the age of 16 inside the Go-Go Club in D.C. Wow, I said I used to mess with 211. That's beer, right? Like, I've seen it before, but it's not, I don't really know what that is either. We got state of the art. We done brought up the clocks. He's in a different world now. Yeah, Steel Reserve. Yeah, that's beer. All in the business say, you know I'm in love with love next to the Chinese every day. I be in Chinatown every day for so long. Hey, man. Joseph said LA Gears used to give people caught. Facts. Yeah, man. LA Gears, nobody wanted them. You stand outside. Grandma Mars. Not Kevin Johnson, Larry Johnson. I think his sneakers was Nikes. Grandma didn't have Nikes? That's a good question. Jack Purcell's. New Black World Order, you bringing up stuff. I had Jack Purcell's old school with the blue tip. All in the business said I would have never worn LA Gears as a grown man, might have got beat up. Yeah, Grant Hill, yeah, that was a tragic injury, man, with Grant Hill. Josh Simpson said, surprised nobody said anything about Karl Kani. I didn't really like the Karl Kani cross colors movement, like those kind of colors and those styles. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like the styles, you know what I'm saying? Especially the colors. And for the price that they was charging, like at the time, you know, stuff like Guess was popping. You know what I'm saying? And you could get Guess for $40, $50. And Karl Kani, was charging like $100 for a pair of pants. So it's kind of like, yo, dude, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like that time hadn't come yet. They came right before that time when people used to go shopping and we used to pride ourselves on getting the lowest price. Like, we had a store called Jew Man. There were stores all over, but for instance, just as an example, was a store called Jew Man. And if you went to Jew Man and you didn't get a deal on your stuff, that meant you wasn't cool. Like, all the people that was cool, like, that showed that you did a lot of shopping. You see what I'm saying? Because you was able to get a deal at all these different stores. The people at the store knew you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still hear people to this day sometimes from about, yo, they used to be in Dapper Dan every other week. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing to know the shopkeepers and all of that. You see what I'm saying? So that was still against my sensibilities that, I'm going out and I'm going to buy this because it's more expensive than the other stuff. I wasn't looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I never really got into their movement. Now, Jalad said the Grand Hill kicks wasn't anything special. John Light brought up the Travel Fox. See, the Travel Fox came to New York with the West Indians. So they time period was mostly based on that, and those is mostly the West Indians is mostly who rock Travel Fox in New York. Really, I keep getting caught up. See, y'all hype today, man. Yeah, Taiwan. I remember the Taiwan jigger. We start seeing that with LL Cool J. Born Jamel said Larry Johnson had Converses and Ewing's was Adidas. He said Ewing's was Flatbush and New Balance was Staten Island. I mean, everybody really messed with New Balance. You know what I'm saying? The thing with New Balance, they didn't make a whole lot of basketball sneakers. See what I'm saying? Night blue, because they made a huge amount of basketball sneakers, at least in New York. And New York is a basketball city, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a whole lot of grass. You don't see kids playing tackle the man with the ball like you see a lot of other places. Not that it don't exist, but it's not as heavy. We got concrete. True Self came in. $793. 793. Man, 793 said he had Cuzzos in the peas making nutcrackers in the tub. That's horrible. In the bathtub? $793 said he cut all the high fructose out. And he still got his. Are these your original British Walkers, or you still got the original style of British Walkers? Silver Fox, how could we forget the Pumas? How could we forget the Pumas? Silver Fox. Hey, listen, those Pumas got a lot of cats punched in the face. Got a lot of, because listen, that suede, I seen a lot of cats get punched in the face over the Pumas, man. God Cypher Divine. Everybody all masked up at your job. Oh, man. It's getting crazy in New York right now, man. They trying to lock it down. All on the business said Ovaltine is for those overprotective parents, like the OCD type. At least that's what I thought about it. I don't even know. I just never, like I said, I thought Ovaltine was laxative. 793rd brought up the Vast. They was popping, but he right. It was, around certain neighborhoods the Vast was popping. Everybody didn't really know about them. I love say Gore-Tex AF1s. I don't know that particular style. Kareem said, lugs and M gears. Get ready to have people crack jokes for you. All on the business. Oh yeah, smell good. They said put. You see that? They must have caught us. They must have caught us saying something. Somebody must have dropped some signs in the comments I ain't get to yet or something. But yeah, you probably gonna have to drop your link in the regular comments when the what's the name is over, because if I gotta have 1,000 subscribers, I think that's what's going on with my what's the name too, man. These other apps, I gotta get to use the actual YouTube app or something, so all this stuff can stop happening. Like it looks right now like it's probably buffering. Kareem said all the OG Americans and Jamaicans give me props when I got the Wally Clark song. Yeah, the Wallabies was the jump offs, man. Boy, Jamel said NyQuil ain't right exact to my knowledge. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't never really NyQuil. I don't recall ever taking it. Najala said the New York rock the Peter Pan boots. I don't even know what the Peter Pan boots are. Jiggy 1017 said, remember how hard it was to lace your kangaroo boots in the winter when the laces were shredded? Yeah, that was in general, man. Your laces used to get shredded, man, back in the days. I don't know what they was putting on laces back in the days, man, but that was just a regular thing. Supreme Man, peace to the God. All on the business said cough syrup is heroin. It is? Child Light said, I got 3 years clean from codeine and promethazine. Yeah, that stuff, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, for me personally, a lot of that stuff, see, in New York, I came in a window of time where my very, when I first started coming outside, it was the dope era. So I seen what dope do to people and how it affect people. You know what I'm saying? And then, probably when I got like 10, not even 10, you know what I'm saying? Probably like 8, 9, 10, crack came out. So I got a chance to see what crack do. So that kind of left a mark on me that I'm not going to, I don't need to experiment with drugs because I've seen the experiments. I've seen people experiment and the results are in. Those drugs are bad. So I never really, these different things, I heard about it, but I never even thought about trying it. That's at Mad for Shoes. That's your Instagram. Mad for Shoes. A lot of love said no boys had anything. Supreme Justice in here. Yeah, Supreme, man. We actually we was taking it down on this particular one because it's starting to seem like YouTube is coming for my neck, man, or something, where they keep cutting my lives off. Like before, they let me do live 3 hours, 4 hours. Now, I do 30 minutes, they cut me off. And it ain't just cutting me off, where I would think like, okay, maybe there's something wrong with my service or something wrong with my phone. They cutting off the subscribers too. People keep getting kicked out the room. So we just came in today to talk about your favorite soda. And then we then moved into all the old school kicks. We up to right now, they once we brought up the Clarks, they can't get past that. So right now we talking about the Wileys. All on the business that alcohol is alcohol, codeine is an opioid. Jolly said no mind altering substances except bud. New Black World Order said Jack Purcell's old 1980s. See, Joe Self is saying he's saying he wanted Carl Kanai, but it was too expensive. And it just was, for me, it just wasn't popping like that. Like, I didn't like the cut of the clothes, that type of style and everything. That wasn't my style. Like, even, during that time when Carl Kanai was coming out, you know what I'm saying? The way I recall it, New York we was still in our like army jacket era, like army clothes and champion hoodies and stuff like that. Like I just wasn't into that type of, 793rd said cases of 40s, Colt 45 in the 80s and drive-through liquor stores after the private stock joints with the puzzle caps. Foster's and Heineken Light 22s only as barely drink anymore on Gucci. Baji Roots drinks. Yeah, they cut down on the Baji, but it's still some stores out here where people know how to get it. All in the business said Bud is natural. Jiggy 1017 said, I remember when my bread started drying up and I went from a fifth of Remy a day to a fifth of 100 proof Mohawk and Seagram's vodka mixed with Monsters and 4 to 6 40 ounces of Milwaukee's best ice. Very low point. Yeah, I'm glad you got back from there. Whoa! You went from a fifth of the rim? The Rimster, listen, that 17, was it the 1738 Remy? Down to best ice? That's like uncanny. That's like historical. God Cyber Divine. Oh, see, God Cyber Divine is serious. You mess with that Ray and Nephew. That Ray and Nephew, you don't need but a shot and a half. You don't need but a shot and a half of that Ray and Neff. You could do surgery on somebody and pour that Ray and Neff on them and they'll be sterile. Crooked Eyes. The St. Eyes, yeah, it was coming to the end for me. Like once I seen they start making all this stuff and just the way people was reacting off of it, that's when I stopped. Joe Self said Broadway was like that for my generation. Go to all the stores on 145th and see who gives a better deal. Now Broadway was like that, and I was on Broadway. I tell you when you know what I got on Broadway? There was a store on 145th Street right by the McDonald's. Right next to the McDonald's on Broadway, right? It was a store right there. That's where I got my starter jacket from. Remember the starter, the Parkers that came out, the football jump-offs? I had a New York Giants joint, and that was the only place in the whole New York City where you could get a New York Giants starter. But yeah, I used to be on 145th. Delancey, Canal. You know, like I said, Jew Man was just one jump off. You know what I'm saying? Back then, that's when Dr. J's was Army Navy. And we go to Dr. J's all over. Fordham Road, 3rd Avenue, 125th Street. Yeah, West Indians really brought the travel fox. I never really seen too much of it, at least in New York. The shell toes, all on the business. You know, the shell toe Adidas, those was the first pair of sneakers that I wanted, that I asked for. And I remember they was $32. Parents like, boys, you crazy? $32 for some sneakers? Nah, you getting regular, you getting regular Converse for $15. Oh, man. All on the business brought up the Sauconies. Yeah, those went out kind of quick. But yeah, I remember they had a couple of styles. They had a couple of styles that came out and popped. Joe Self said, play Scullies in the street, football, two-hand touch, light pole to light pole. Yeah. You gotta play touch. Unless it's snowing. If it's snowing, then we gonna tackle right in the park. 793rd said, never ever drink no nutcracker. He said he got the British Walkers from 81, 82, blue suede. Blue suede. That suede used to get a lot of people punched in the face, man. I'm telling you, man. Silver Fox, I'm telling you, man, that suede. Yo, it used to be dudes walking around. Dudes used to walk around with toothbrushes, man. Just brushing their suede. Like anytime dudes stop for any reason. Like you walking up the block, stop right here by the store, we just talking for a minute. Cat brushing the suede, man. If you step on that suede, just throw your hands up. Joe Self said if you was from the Bronx and wore Pumas, you was most likely a Jamaican. Now that must have been later years. Everybody had Pumas, man. See, that's when Pumas was out, that's when I first learned that the black man don't wear maroon. The black man only rock burgundy. Yeah, if you call somebody burgundy Pumas maroon, yeah, that might be, you might have to knuckle up. Don't ever tell the black man he's wearing maroon. The black man rocks burgundy. Now, Jalal brought up the K-Swiss. K-Swiss had a couple good summers. 793rd talking about they talking about quarantining in where Mount Vernon. Shit, cats offered to buy his boots off his feet because you can't find them no more post gentrification. Smell good said Ovaltine is laxative. However, I use it as a topping on ice cream when we ran out of name brand syrup. 85 is date. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was laxative, man. Yo, so said you be having thumbs down now, so I know you rocking now. Yeah, and look, and then I had those couple of trolls. Remember the troll came in and tried to get me to say something about what's it guy? He tried to get me to say something about Tommy Sotomayor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, no buffering. See, we talking about soda. We talking about shoes. We can talk about this. I see that's what it is. We can talk about this. See, y'all with that building to be born and all that, y'all got to stay away from me now. Y'all got the 10% on my back. Light said 120 brought him back from the promethazine. Felt like he swam 18,000 miles, yet he arrived. Hey, that's the most important thing. Now, Jalal said the Peter Pan boots, suede, and you can roll them down. Like they remind me of the breakdance. Those sound like women boots. I don't think brothers rock those. $793 says, same here with the high explosive, seeing everybody from rich to poor experimenting with it from the early 80s or through the 90s. I'm good. Talking about how I was saying that, the experience, if you're from the New York area, you know what I'm saying, and you was born in a certain window of time, it's like you experienced all these drugs, from the outside looking in, and it kind of let you know, what you wanted to do and what you didn't want to do. I always had cases of 40s. $793 said that colorful super baggy stuff looked good in TLC videos, yet never rocked that as it felt like village house gear for the masses. Yeah, that's that. Those styles wasn't really for me. Yeah, Rand Nephew. Yeah, that. I mean, I think that's a West Indian company that make Rand Nephew. Why I said I came up with pill popping was the drug of choice. It was called. What it said? This B. It was ecstasy. Yeah, nah. When I came up, pill popping was for white women. Like they used to take Valiums. It was Valiums. It was some other kind of pills they used to take. But that's who was popping the pills back then. John Light said that's how they get to God, using those mind-altering substances. Najala said, we don't drink Milwaukee's best. I'm in Milwaukee, and look, don't nobody drink that around my way. Plus Miller makes it supposed to be bottom of the barrel beer. Man, he said people in Milwaukee don't even drink Milwaukee's best. Y'all mess with the Paps? The Paps Blue Ribbon? Yo, Paps, that's the buggest out name of beer I ever heard. Paps Blue Ribbon. Jiggy 1017 said, you ever had a pair of patent leather NBAs, aka never bought Adidas? Now, I don't even know what that is. The last patent leather, not too big on patent leather. I remember it was, that was like some decades ago I had some patent leather. Christopher Gooden, in the name of C-Fam Healar. Peace to the God. What's the signs? Where you from? Where you from, C-Fam? 793rd says, still have my white on white shells in a box from a few back and rock them a couple times a year on vacation. Worked all summer to save up to cop black low top felines in 85, 86. Only rocked the blue suede. Yeah, it's ain't a black man only rock burgundy, man. I'm just getting down and seeing. Yeah, I brought up the Elise a little while ago. Smell goods. That was another little, a brand that was popping for a minute. A lot of these brands got taken out by the rise of Nike. Jigga 1017 said that. Oh, he was drinking the Milwaukee's Best in the early 2000s when he broke up with his ex-wife. Wow, MGT captain. Yeah, brothers ain't no joke. Joe Self said, 145th was the spot, and Car Canal was dope because it was owned by a black man. Yeah, that concept and all that, I like that, but it was just like, kind of like that same concept what Stephon Marbury was saying too, where it's like, you want us to look out for you because you black, but you not looking out for us because we black. You know what I'm saying? Like, where we supposed to get that money from unless we hit the streets to afford something like that? You know what I'm saying? Joseph said, isn't there an African group of people who beat the British called the Maroons? Yeah, there's people, that's generally the name they give to any people that rebelled during the colonial period or the slavery period. You know what I'm saying? In the colonial era, any people that resisted and fought back start getting that name of the Maroons. The most popular group of them is from Jamaica. $793 said he didn't even burn equality until thoroughly researched and born wisdom, born understanding, even though I had cats blowing smoke in my face since teens in the 80s. Never wanted to get skied, take no bump, try no boy. Yeah. Joseph said he used to drink the Blue Ribbon. Pabst Blue Ribbon in college. Najla said Blue Ribbon is a nice smooth beer. Nah, man. I'm not messing with the Pabst. Pabst, that look like some type of beer that you see Larry Bird, like Larry Bird, some cats from Pigeon Lick, where you from? Yeah, French Lick, Indiana. That's really like they drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. I can't drink that. Silver Fox brought up the penny loafers. Remember your mom used to make you get a pair of penny loafers? Hey, look, that'd be the last thing you go to clothes shopping. You done got everything you wanted. And then she be like, you need some shoes, man. And then she make you wear them like once a month at least. Hey man, I ain't wearing this. The only good thing was everybody had to wear them at least one time a month, so you could only laugh for so much because it was gonna be your turn. It's gonna be your turn in a couple weeks when your moms make you wear yours. Ah man. Chicken said NBA's with some bootleg Adidas with the NBA logo that have 4 stripes. They sold them at Kenny's and Buster Brown. Oh nah. Nah, definitely definitely never saw those. Smell Good says Doc Martin sketches teaching the babies how to resell items in order to make legal money. Plus, they avoid nakedness on the feet or waiting for a mystery to close them. Yeah, I started having to do my thing. Once I started getting certain tastes that, my parents was like, look, we not getting that. So yeah, I had to start getting my little paper route money and all that up. They would still get like my general school clothes, but if it was something, like the shell top Adidas or something like that, like I started getting that on my own. They didn't tell me to do it, but it was just like, yo, I gotta have it. Red, white, and blue was a cheap beer like Pabst sold in New England in the 80s and 90s. Never heard of red, white, and blue. They celebrated in dive bars in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, trying to be hip and cool. Why said, did y'all sport leather clothing like Eddie Murphy? Nah, nobody, leather jackets. You know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, it was like a novelty item. You might see somebody, but, that type of garb start taking on a different connotation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that group that had that record? YMCA. They was the type of people rocking leather pants. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't just something. That was something I was not attracted to. You know what I mean? That was like a 70s style. The older school people, you would see them wearing that. But like my generation, leather pants is not conducive to breakdancing. Joe Self said he saw Carl Kanai in the mall like 3 months ago. I did start seeing him doing some interviews, so maybe that's what he did. He relaunched some products. Said I still couldn't pay $80 for a sweatshirt. Yeah, I ain't get $80. Nah, Jalad said that most of us hit the streets hard for that gear, pulling all-nighters hustling. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like what Stephon Marbury did. I didn't like that it didn't work out. I think he might have went a little bit too lowball. You know what I'm saying? But when he made those clothes that was mad cheap, you know what I'm saying? It was like $15 sneakers, you know what I mean? To take that aspect out of the game, you know what I'm saying? Asiatic mathematics, I've been waiting on you. Jigga said Adidas and Pumas was started by two brothers, respectively, who were former Nazis. Didn't know that. Allah Love said Warriors Nets game to be played with no fans in attendance. Well, I guess after all that NBA love, now you back in the park now. you just playing for the people right here in the hood. $7.93 said went through a Doc Martin stage heavy. And I really mess with the Doc Martens too much. Yeah, Eddie Bauer, not Boss. I remember Boss, definitely Nautica. Out of those three, Nautica would definitely be the one I did the most, you know. Eddie Bauer, Little Something. Said rugby shirts, blue jeans, and Tim's courtesy of my big brother from Concourse Village. Only had one FUBU shirt. The first one in that Helly Hansen, Eddie Bauer era was and still is my North Face when they were tight and made for the colored man. And Gore-Tex plus did have the maroon rubber. Nah, man, can't get it if you got maroon. Strictly burgundy. Yeah, the Columbia rain suits was popping for a minute. Jigga 1017, the Benetton and Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola and Benetton, that's like 84, 85, 86. Little teensy bit of 87. That was when people was reading the GQ magazines and getting those brands like Benetton. Smell good. Said it's like we lived in the same house. My parents said most of the same things. They asked you if you was crazy when you asked for them $32 shelter. Hey boy, you crazy? $32 on those sneakers. Some say he seen some leather button-ups that was fly. Nah, man. I was too big with that. A coat, a jacket. But, just regular clothes. I know about leather. Kareem said, I always tell people a lot of stuff that's popular as far as drugs, most places is not in New York City unless you straight up in white neighborhoods or yeah, that's true. Like, I don't even know what crystal breath look like. A lot of stuff like, cough syrup and all that. Like, I don't even know where you get that kind of stuff. Like, it's out here, but it's certain circles. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not a common thing. Nah, July say each of them said leather pants was too hard, you know, and too heavy. You know, you start sweating and all that. You can't have leather on. You trying to break dance, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the '80s, you know, things was kind of functional. You know what I'm saying? We was wearing army clothes because we knew we getting ready to get into some, you know. Joe Self said, I'll buy your clothes. I talk with you, I can see your work. I don't know, Carl cannot. Yeah, Carl cannot, man. Joe Self says, so who was shopping at the outlets in Reading? Everybody. But you know, mostly in New York, we used to wait for the low lights to go out there and handle their business, and then they used to bring the stuff back. That's what I did a lot. I waited for the dudes to go out there, handle their business, and then I seen them when they got back. Joe Self said, I used to be at the Key with my leather black pants with the Mecca reversible sweatshirt. Oh, man. Now, 793rd hit on something right here, which is another reason why Tim's popped off. 793rd said, my Medina fan put me on to sending the Tim's back with the letter to take advantage of the lifetime warranty. My high school colors were maroon and my people's bloodline also. Never count Tim's again. Yeah, that was another reason why Tim's popped off. Because they had a warranty. I seen people send it back like they had that kind of game where they sent it back and got like a whole outfit back. Leather jacket, boots, everything. The colored Levi's. Yeah, you going, this is what, 85, 86. Next thing you're going to be bringing up the two-tones and the rabbit ears. Next thing you're going to be bringing up the two-tones and the rabbit ears if you keep going. Jigga 1017 says, shout out to Used, Damage, and Corniches. I don't even know those. Nazala said, no $32 kicks. And don't mention Michael Jordan. Man, listen. $65 for what? A pair of sneakers? Yeah, that was unheard of. In 85, to spend over $50 for a pair of sneakers in 85 was ridiculous. Smell Good said in high school from 92 to 96. We said Eddie Bauer's coat, high-tech boots, wide leg jeans, that low-life Columbia black tees with something written on them. Free Mike Tyson, army fatigues, bomber jacket. Yeah. That still was, you know, that was before the tight pants came out. Jigga brought up the 8 balls. So said, I got one pair of Jordans and my mom was so scared she didn't want me to wear them unless I was with her. You know what's funny about women that do that? Is I always wonder, like, alright, if they do try to take the sneakers from them, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do that and get beat up too. Yeah, the flight jackets. Jigga 1017 brought up the Swatch watches. That might was the first hood watch that, had a little bit of status that I recall. That wasn't like a gold watch or something, just was, cats knew that brand. Peacoats. Wazoo came in. Najala said used to work at a gas station and this chick would come in every day and buy a pack of chocolate Phillies and 2 packs of NyQuil. I asked what's the deal with that. She said you get extra stimulated. Yeah, see, NyQuil. Joe said I was born in 82. My era was 95 to like now. Man. 793rd said checkers, leather ones, suede ones, even though I sent back the beef and broccolis. These cats know nothing about the A.J. Lesters with the leather patches and the two-tone black and acid wash. Did I tell you that two tones are gonna come out if they keep going? Watch, rabbit ears is next. Sherlins and sheepskins. Sheepskins is a little older than sheepskins. That's like really probably late 70s, early 80s. And Sherlings, that came out a little bit. Sherling had to come out by, 87? When I first started seeing them heavy. Then remember they had the 8-ball Sherlings. High top Air Force Ones for $50. Yeah, the Averex jackets. Everybody was rocking those for a minute. Bill Blast. My old Earth used to get me Willie Wear gear from the bootleggers. Tookie Smith from the Facts of Life's brother and first black male fashion designer. Didn't know that. He said, did I rock the African medallions or the flavor clock? Both. New Black World Orders. Pelly Pellies. The Pelly Pelly was out before the Averex. The Pelly Pelly was popping. So only J's I had somebody gave to me in the 90s. Wasn't hustling in hand game, wasn't supreme as a youngin' to be able to defend from somebody ready to take it 83, 84 style when you could get body rocking the leather. Yeah, that's something I was thinking about the other day, about how many habits I developed, from back in the days when, when you was a little kid, in the 80s, the big kids didn't have no, they'll take your stuff. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying? You had to kind of watch the big kids, man. You had to be on point about who's who and where you at. Kareem said the Malcolm X hats. That came out a lot after the movie. Jula TV came in. Jula TV brought up the reversible goose downs. Yeah, that was an era right there too. Jiggy 1017 said, remember ordering out the East Bay catalog. Now I never really, I always was against, and like now they done trap me off. But I always was against all that ordering cards, all that. I never did none of that stuff. Jasim said everybody had to pick with the fist and the peace sign. But that's you going back. That's like the 70s. Joe Self brought up Malt 125. First time he came to Harlem, he thought it was like black people paradise. Yeah, at that time that you talking about, yeah, it actually was for a quick minute. Yeah, I was talking about my starter Parker Jigger 717, my Giants jump off that I got on 145th and Broadway. I think I got the last one. It was like the last one in the store. A lot of teams they was popping, like Pittsburgh. A lot of people had the Pittsburgh jump off out here. The Pittsburgh jump off was dope, but I needed that Giants myself. Jackson said, what happened to Jabos? I think, styles right now, they run through them so quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what's the name? It's like, the regular fashion stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where every season they got a new jump offs that come out now. Figure 1017 said Casio versus Timex. See, Casio start coming out with all the fly electronic stuff. Like the Casio, remember they had the watch where you keep all the numbers? So I rocked with Casio during the 80s. You know what I'm saying? But Timex, they had their rep. Take a lick and keep on ticking. Yeah, brilliant. We had to switch up. Today's topic is, what's your favorite soda? Because, I felt like I've been being sabotaged by YouTube. So maybe it's my topics. So right now we just took it down for the day. At least this early installment right here. And look, I've been on how long I've been on without interruption now. Look, an hour 50. If you look at all my videos for like the last 2 weeks, they all cutting off like 30 minutes. Tops. Some of them cutting off 30 seconds. So I guess we found something here. We found this is how I gotta do it. This is a method. Joe Self said the Yankees, Mitchell and Ness satin-like jackets. Yeah, Mitchell and Ness, they came out real quick and then kind of went back obscure. LRG versus Mecca. At the peak, I picked Mecca. But LRG definitely had a longer run. But I'm not really too up on their clothes like that. G-Shock versus Casio. G-Shock is a little bit after me, where I stopped wearing watches at some point. I don't really recall when. But by the time the G-Shocks was out, I wasn't really rocking watches like that. 40 Acres and a Mule, Spike Lee jump off. 793rd said he grew up on Mickey Mouse and Casio watchwear. Yeah, Joseph, I recorded the last of the class that we didn't get on. I just ain't uploaded yet. Plus, when people don't know they on live, they start talking. I got to do a little touch of editing. Fago and Verner's. I don't even know the Fago and Verner's. Tomorrow's subject, what's your favorite saint? Hey, yeah, you gotta come with something. You gotta talk about, I guess you gotta be talking about some, current, they don't like me talking about Jamaica Avenue. Joseph said G-Shock is owned by Casio. Didn't know that. Hostess Gelatin. Yeah, Mitchell and Ness hit their peak after brothers like Cormega and Fab were copying them joints by the truckload in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I heard about that? That, it was like a strike season or something. And the NBA marketing people was trying to figure out how to still make money off of that season. And that was how they did it. They did those throwback jerseys with Mitchell and Ness. But it was like for a period of time. It wasn't supposed to. Jasim said I was never really feeling Coogee with the Cosby sweaters. You're right. Because when Cosby was wearing the sweaters, I wasn't feeling them. So then when I seen them come out in regular, it was like, yo, what is this? That's what I was calling them for a while. I didn't even know the name was Coogee. Flick Flack watches, that's after my time. Third said that Coogee was for the rich, and after that iceberg hit in the late 90s, from those getting it, it became a thing. The way I recall it, Tupac brought that into the hip hop community. He was the first person that I saw when the Coogee sweaters. Could have been somebody else, but that's what I saw. Iceberg Slims. That was something, I saw it out there, but, that's a jump off with the Fat Albert cartoons, right? That Jigga 1017 is talking about. Joseph said if you had a Coogee, you better be known for popping. Biggie was getting dudes robbed. Vast majority of them Coogee sweaters and Iceberg Slim sweaters wasn't real. Jasim said dudes getting hit up for Reebok pumps. Wow. I remember I had my Reebok pumps. $7.93 said Pop and Big saw rich cats rocking them joints in the 90s and followed suit. 1017 said Coogee and Versace was big in the early 90s amongst the dope boys in Detroit. Yeah, I didn't know that. Child Lights, I thought it was FUBU with the Fat Albert characters. Possible. Aeropostale. Sham got brought in. I think I just saw the other day, man, with Aeropostale, man, the young kids ain't rocking with them no more, though. They on the what's the name? What happened to Asiatic mathematics? You still in here? See, now y'all coming with what's the name? American Eagle, Academics. I like Academics, actually. But these brands is a little newer. Josh said Aeropostale was for the color. Yeah, it did come like that, but Aeropostale, when I was rocking it, was during the time when they was talking about the Benetton era. When they was talking about the Benetton era earlier, that was when you would see a lot of these brands, y'all coming now up into the baller times. The Parasucos and this type of stuff. Yeah, nah, AJ, we had to change the topic today. You see how they let me rock? They let me rock for 2 hours today. They ain't let me rock this long, and I don't know how long. Josh Sims said he used to rock the Luckies. But I wanted to get into what you were saying about neutral. Asiatic mathematics. I wanted to get into what you were saying about neutral. You still there, Asiatic mathematics? Yeah. Now, Asiatic mathematics, you got to make sure that you use etymology, right? To simplify things. See, a lot of times when you start dealing with etymology, sometimes you got to continue. Meaning, if you tell me the etymology of a word, now you got to tell me what that word means. And see, that's where, that's why the kind of method that you teach with when you use all this different etymology, right, to break down words in all these different ways, is you actually give yourself more work to do. Like, if I could explain something easier to you without dealing with the etymology, like if I got to give you another definition now, you see what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like when you deal with etymology, right, the reason you do that is to shine light on what's the difference between what a word actually means and what's the origin of that word right? But then you give me another word that is we know it by the usage. You see what I'm saying? So when you Asiatic mathematics said neutral comes from the Latin neutralis, which means neuter gender. So I decided I was going to stop using the word or phrase. Then I saw your video where you said neutrality is establishment not long after that. I mean, that's understandable, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, whenever you explaining the things that you drawing up, you should make it simpler for the people. See, like right now, right? Asiatic mathematics. You're an etymology wizard, right? What's the etymology of the word mathematics? That's right and exact, y'all like. It has a bunch of different roots. Well, what's the oldest one? All right. Now, Brilliant said science is the root. But goes back to PIE mend. Where's that the root of mathematics? Like where does that root come from? And where does this pi mend? I mean, and when is where are you getting Brilliant and Ja Light? Where y'all getting the root that is science? Asiatic mathematics said Proto-Indo-European is where pi mend comes from. Jalite said, I'm saying math is the foundation. True self is he speaks my language. The origin of mathematics is from a Greek word mathenine. And mathenine means science. And what is science? What is science? The definition that is. And we want the regular definition, Asiatic mathematics. Right. Jalai said science is the study of all things. You see what I'm saying? So this is how this is connected. D Christian, what's going on? You just got in. You know what I'm saying? This is how when you say mathematics means to learn, it comes from a word mathenine, which means science. And science is the study of all things. So now for the newer people, right? When somebody asks you, what does supreme mathematics mean? It means the most high science. Because supreme is the most high. Now, what I'm illustrating there is see how I went through that and simplified it. Now you have a more clear understanding because of the way I use the etymology. And you can't just leave it at that. You can't just say, yo, it means this other thing or it comes from this other word, right? And then not tell us nothing about the science of that. And we say all things come from the original man. Okay, the first thing you learn is who is the original man. So, that's a wise science that you deal with the etymology, but just saying that you got to take it to born. You know what I'm saying? When you take it to born, then it'll lead to more clear understanding for the people that you're speaking to. Figure 1017 said the highest science to find solutions to your problems, your family problems, your community problems, and so forth. Yeah. See, like I was saying yesterday, I don't know if that part got on the Western name because I haven't watched the Western. I don't know what got on and what got cut off. You know what I'm saying? But, when you deal with the science of mathematics, right, and it say, mathematics is the problem solving. That's how we solve problems, right? So the first thing you got to do is you got to observe critically. Like when you deal with the branch of arithmetic, when you go into problem solving and they give you an example, they say, look, well, this person right here, they got 3 apples. And that person over there, they got 3 bottles of water. And the person over there, they got the person with the bottles of water, that don't even apply to the situation that we dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Right. See, Asia said when you look at the word neutral and neuter, you can see the relationship in the spelling alone. But here's the thing, though. This is another reason why you gotta why you gotta define neuter. Because most people today know the word neuter from when you take your pet to the veterinarian and they get spayed or neutered. You see what I'm saying? So the same way you use etymology to show people that the way you using the word may not be the origin, right? You gotta now show me that, okay, the way they're using the word neuter is not necessarily like it relates to the origin, but we're using it in a particular way in this country, in this language. D. Christian says science from ME. What's ME? Meaning knowledge, learning. Oh, Middle English. ME is Middle English. It's Old English, Middle English, and Modern English. From Latin scientia, to know. Alter I, peace. What's NNNB? Justice, what's going on? You see, Justice, I put your favorite soda in the title, and they let me rock like they used to, without cutting me off. Asiatic mathematics say because words change meaning over time. Yeah, they change meaning, right? Because of how we use it. I didn't even know my screen was down like that. I don't even have it in my mouth. Jalai said queen and queen, but he spelled one Queen and one Quean. I'm not familiar with the Quean. A lot of love says supreme mathematics allowed you to figure out why YouTube cut your other lives short. Yeah, you know, we need to keep this. I'm just gonna let the guy tell me what Quean is. Then we gotta switch up. We gotta switch up. So they don't catch on. Saladin Quana was building on Queen versus Queen. Yeah, what was that about? I'm not familiar with this terminology or distinction. I know what I need. I got my stand, yep. since I lost my phone, that kid broke my case before he gave it back to me. Oh man. Get up out of here, isn't it? There was a brand called New York Seltzer Water? What do you mean New York Seltzer Water? A queen means a disreputable woman. Yeah, you know what happened to my case where I had the kickstand? Messing around with Savior. Messing around with Savior from Trenton. Lost my case, man. So queen that's the actual word? You know, my vocabulary is not like that. Never heard this one. A queen is a young, robust woman, also female serf, hussy, prostitute, public woman. Yeah, I never, that's the first I ever heard that term used. $7.93 said, do I have enough data to be able to put a link up? What you mean? Yeah, that's, look, they tight clothes, that's for their generation, man. That's how they do. Like, a lot of stuff that the young kids do, I look at it like, look, they doing it for them. They not doing that for me. Like, right now, what I'm doing, somebody, 70, 60-something years old, like, dude, I'm not talking to you. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? New York Celsius out west, yeah. Not familiar with it. I probably had to see it. Born King, peace. Asiatic Mathematics said, do you think English will completely transform into a whole new language after a couple of centuries? I mean, all language transform after a couple of centuries. I think I see what you're saying in terms of English being, a language where they take so many words from so many other languages that it might be a little more, susceptible to that kind of thing happening. Ticket 1017 says, Asia built on the Queen versus thing years ago when AQBAM? Who's AQBAM was in the public eye? Oh yeah, nah, 793rd, I gotta have 1,000 subscribers. That's what I think is a lot of my problems is stemming from that. We gotta put the word of mouth. We gotta put the word of mouth out there and get up to 1,000 people, and then they give me all type of other privileges that I don't have right now. D. Christian said they were saying some men catching yeast infections with those pants. Wow. Didn't know that could happen. Who's AQBAN? Joe Self said you can make your own soda too, flavors and seltzer. That's what Italian soda is. Actually, I did that. I do that all the time. We have a name for that. We call it bromothymate. But yeah, I've been doing that since the 90s. Oh, a queen by all means, her wisdom to the sisters. So that was like a show she had, a queen by all means. I mean, well, now I got the gist of what y'all saying right here. I thought I needed to see the whole thing. But yeah, see Asia. Now I never saw her show. She do a lot of see her doing a lot of like community stuff. She's like an activist or something. You talking about C. Asia from Jersey, right? Yeah, nah, I ain't really. I haven't seen any of her shows. We 2005 to 2010 era. Yeah, you know, she had the show then. That's what you saying her show was? Cause I do recall like in that era, like being on MySpace, she used to be making like 1,000 posts a day. You talking about C. Asia from Jersey, right? King Me, peace. You know, I don't really want to see her show, man. I don't really. This is definitely her. I see her with Shahrazad Ali on her show. And I won't even play. Righteous DeBar. Yeah, nah, I don't, I don't listen to everybody. I think that's a little bit, see now that I'm gonna tell you something though, y'all just do a monkey wrench and everything now. Because now every time somebody say queen, I ain't gonna know which one they talking about. And they ain't gonna know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, but they sound the same when I say it. When I say it, like, see, listen, even when I'm in the rally now, watch. See certain women in Peace Queen. Y'all should have never told me that. Y'all don't know certain things they keep away from me. Y'all let the cat out the bag, man. Asiatic mathematics said queen is archaic, so everyone will assume it's queen. Yeah, that's their problem. What you said, Light build a whole show on what? Yeah, Righteous DeBar, we had to switch topics. We had to go with a little lighter topic because YouTube has been sabotaging me. So they let me rock two plus hours today. They ain't let me rock for 2 hours in weeks. Oh, Queen and Queen? Nah, y'all don't listen. I got 7%. I got 7% female subscribers right now. I got 7% female subscribers right now. See, I can't be I don't want to go in on that topic. I told y'all, man, I try to avoid the smoke topics. Yeah, cause you know it's already the goddess group. Not saying that she's involved with them. I don't know one way or the other, but the goddess group, they already, I guess you could say they've circulated a memo. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It be kicking me out. It be kicking the people out. Yeah, state of the art might be right, man. Something. I definitely gotta get the subscribers up because once you get to 1,000, they give you other what's your names. They give you other privileges on YouTube. Which one you said you didn't kick here yet? Asiatic Mathematics said he don't know if he manifested what? But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna raise up off of here for right now. I got a meeting I gotta get to. Yeah, nah, you got kicked out the chat. They kicking all of us out, man. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, I'm about to make a quick run. What he said? Said YouTube just released a memo saying they have curbed conspiracy theory content. Oh yeah, see? Talking like me? Gonna have to be out. But yeah, I'm gonna be back on. I'm gonna be back on. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how I roll, it might be sooner than later. But definitely keep your alerts open. You know what I'm saying? And we get back in tune. I'm gonna have to come. What was that title? What was that title? I gotta do some clickbait. What you got? What I gotta say is coronavirus, right? I gotta put coronavirus, and then I get in the I get 500 what's the names. Yes, responsibility. That got me jacked up yesterday, man. Talking about responsibility. That got me all jacked up. Corona versus coronavirus. Can't go to work because of coronavirus. Stay home and have a corona. Yeah, we just say that, right? Aliens have landed. Aliens have landed. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Draymond versus Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, you know he's clickbait. Yeah, I think I was too on point. The boy, they got rid of me. Stock market. That's what we going with, Joseph. We going with the stock market. Stock market crashing. We talking about some money. But yo, I'm gonna catch y'all in a few, man. I'm gonna hit y'all up. Look for me on Instagram too. Ah man, not Umar Johnson. The hand sanitizer. Did I tell y'all? I seen a man buying 5 bottles of 99% alcohol. He's buying 5 bottles of 99% alcohol at one time. Yeah. And the way he looked at me like, I got it before you. Like, dude, I'm not buying that. Oh, man. But yo, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.